I need to stop fully saying her name.
I know you said it on the live yesterday. I was like, what?
All right, 3, 2,
Yes.
1.
Sarah. Yes. 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 Okay. Okay.
Hopefully it doesn't time out this time. All right, connecting to YouTube. All right, go.
Okay. What is this? What is this?
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, Zool.
Hi, Joel. How you doing?
How you doing?
Oh my God, poor thing.
Every day she'll make you say,
Oh my God, are we live?
Sarah, you're giving me smashing looks with
I
your
don't-
new Detector Gadget jacket.
What do you think, darling? What do you think, doll?
I love it.
Do you, doll?
You
Thank
look
you.
fabulous.
Really?
Really fabulous, actually.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed, by the way, with your British accent. It's my absolute favorite.
I love you right back. I love your new vibe that you're giving us. You did a whole new, I was going to try to say, like, after we're done blowing steam up each other's ass.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I like that. I like doing that. I mean, we usually do that for the first 10 or 15 minutes.
That's what I was going to say. No, you're beautiful. No, you're beautiful.
We usually do all that.
All of that.
All of that. I mean, come on. And please, today I'm feeling detector vibes.
Your whole new look. I mean, did you go like get your chakras revived? Like, what's up? Like, did you get like a caffeine enema? Like, what are you on juicing?
I
like,
did.
what's this whole
I
new
shoved coffee grains up my asshole, and this is what happens, bitch.
TBT? Paul Wharton.
TBT. Oh my God, shout out to Paul. Is he watching?
He is watching.
Paul, I wish there was a way that we could just like Skype you into YouTube so like you didn't even have to get out of bed. Like that would be amazing.
Oh, but I'm just waiting for the text
he's
back.
On. You guys, welcome to the Hey Frase podcast. We are obsessed with you. It is a brand new episode. We are live on YouTube. We are always live on YouTube Monday and Wednesday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can watch us live, or of course, the beauty of video now and of podcasting is it's all on demand. So you can watch when you want to watch.
Watch when you want to watch. When you're at home in PJs.
Can I just tell you though, and we got to get into your personal story. And I'm looking for a plane, and people are giving me so much shit about this. I'll tell you why.
And I back them up on this.
I know they're giving me so much shit. But can I just tell you that like, and especially today because I'm battling a migraine. But people attribute my new look to you. They're like, AJ is just she has worked wonders, and I'm like.
Like, I can take some credit for this, a batch, and I'm speaking from your voice. Yeah.
But I get too tired to correct people. Like, I don't want to get into the whole thing of like me like trying to reinvent myself. So I go, yeah, she's really, really good. And people are like, damn, she's like really done a lot for you. Like yesterday I was at Fox 5 and the camera guy came up to me and goes, what's your deal? Have you lost weight? Are you like, you're like looking younger? I was like, no, I think it's just the hair. He goes, wow, who's doing that, AJ? I'm like, it's AJ on the mic. I just didn't have the strength.
Today, we walked
I
into
did not have the
Podcast
strength.
Village, and they're like, wow, are you doing your hair darker? Like, what's going on? You're like, no, I freaking parted it in the middle. I'm leaving it a little bit longer. I didn't get cut this month. And like, that's it.
People are flipping the fuck out. But you know what? That's good because I feel like for people who are listening, you know what? Challenge yourself and do a new look.
Do a new look.
I had the same hair part for what, the past 15 years?
Yeah.
All it has taken is like an inch over, flip it, and people are losing their fucking minds. They're like, what are you doing, bitch?
They literally are like, did you? Like,
I've
did you
had
go to
so many
the Baths
people
of Lords? Like,
hit me up and they're like, you're looking younger than ever. What the fuck are you doing to
Benjamin
your face?
Button. Yeah.
I'm like, y'all, it's hair part in the middle and I sat next to a window. That is the only fucking trick.
I got a couple of shades, like maybe a couple shades darker. Like, got a little tan. Like, you walked to work today. Like, everybody's freaking out.
Oh my God, people are losing their mind.
I mean, hey, attribute it to me. It's all AJ on the mic. We really wanted to reinvent Sarah with a new, fresh look. A couple Botox here, a couple Botox here. You're just looking so much brighter and younger. And also, my mom prays for us every morning, so it's definitely
That
God's
works.
light just shining down.
Thank you.
If I tell my mom, she'll be like, it's because I've been praying. I've been praying.
Well, pray for her to be younger, for us to be younger.
Of course.
Famous and rich.
Network show. Rich. Yeah. All the wrong things we don't. Yeah. No, we want all
All the
those.
things that don't end up making you really happy. Pray for those. Yes, I will get into this. We have a lot to cover on the show. I'm looking for a plane. I will tell you more about that. We have to talk to you about as an adult, what's a myth that you believed only to realize like it wasn't true? And I have to think about more like what mine is because I have one definitely from childhood.
Yeah, and then you outgrew it. Well, yeah, my problem is I never outgrew any of these these myths that I believed.
Oh, and then, I mean, we've got to talk Jussie Smollett. I mean,
Yikes.
like now I know that half the internet is over this story.
Like Dunzo. We
People
can't
are
handle.
done.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear the name Jussie Smollett anymore, but I don't give a shit.
We're going to beat that like a dead horse that it is.
Because I'm fascinated by this story.
Well, we've been on a merry-go-round. It's like, is he guilty? Is he not guilty? Who are these two guys? There's so much involved with this story. And it's been in the news for what, like 2.5, 3 months?
Yeah,
2 months? Feels like forever.
Yeah, I think it happened in January, end of January. He ends up allegedly staging this thing. But I mean, now he's like not going to be tried. The entire case is sealed. How do you get shit sealed?
That's insane.
I mean,
All
that
the
is
evidence,
amazing.
Like, oh, we want to go back and look on that. No, you can't, bitch.
You can't even go back and dig up the dirt.
All evidence is locked.
I'll tell you my prediction for this story.
Okay.
I have some major predictions.
It's a huge docuseries coming out. For sure.
I know. I should just do that. I love documentaries. First of all, I love people's gossip so much.
You live for it.
Their dirt. Like, I love the dirt so much. I really do. Yeah, it's just so good. But then we also have to talk about, do you ever work with a coworker? I mean, I'm not going to say the workplace, but I do feel like we have our own lawsuit. But have you ever worked with a coworker who farted all the time? And would you call that bullying? Do you have an office farter? And would you call it bullying?
An office farter. I've definitely come into contact. Maybe there weren't farts, but I'm imagining farts. Just like they've put me in the vicinity where I'm like, you're definitely farting on me right now.
I want to ask the lawyer in this story if butt crack counts. Because I've got a case.
What, is my butt crack out all the time? No, I know who you're thinking of.
Is that a sign of bullying? I mean, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Anyway, girl, we got so much to get to. Look, I want to hit 2 of our sponsors, and then I want to get to your story because it was very funny on your Insta story yesterday. You guys, we cannot thank you enough for watching, supporting, coming to all our live events here at the Hey Frase podcast. If you today could take a minute and go to iTunes and leave a comment, hit 5 stars, tell us what you love about the show, and then also screenshot your review because we're going to be doing major giveaways for reviews on our YouTube page, on our iTunes podcast page. We need to get those up. We're getting a TV show, and so we need to just have like 1,000 of them. So if you could do that today, that would be awesome. Just search Hey Frase Podcast on iTunes, hit 5 stars, leave a review, tell us what you love, screenshot it, so then when we do the contest, you'll be eligible to win all the great things that we're giving away, including some amazing stuff from Brewmate, our sponsor, who we absolutely love.
It was really hard to see this gift go, guys. Okay?
I know. She really is she is the hoarder of the show. AJ is the biggest hoarder you've met in your life.
Now, my bedding is clean. Like, I do sleep on a bed. It's not like I sleep outside because there's no room in my room. You know those people that are like, oh, I sleep outside now because of the trash in my house? No.
My ex-boyfriend was a hoarder, and he had paths. He had a path to the bedroom. He had, and he was such a hoarder that he refused to take change. Like, he honestly, I'm going to say, had $400 in change around the house. He would stack up coins on all the open tables. Yeah. Oh, he was a major fucking hoarder.
Why wouldn't he just take it to get it cashed?
Because in his mind, he thought that he would need it. Like, this is where, like, you equate to Old Man Ed slightly. Yeah. Like,
no wonder you like me so much.
I do. You remind me of him because he was major fucking hoarder. And he also hoarded all kinds of animal heads. He was a Teddy Roosevelt enthusiast.
Wait, is he shoot the animals and then just skin them?
No, he would just go to old, like, pawn shops where they were filled with lice and then bring them to the house.
And you slept there?
Oh, many times. And slept with him. That's crazy.
Okay, I'm different in the things that I like. I like tchotchkes. I like little things like this amazing Brewmate. It's an insulator for your wine. You can bring it on a nice little picnic, so you're not bringing glass.
By the way, you got to talk all about this. Let's shout them out. Dylan Jacob is the founder. We actually got to speak to him yesterday. AJ and I did. He turned 21, and he quickly discovered that warm alcohol sucks. We agree,
you don't
Dylan.
Say.
So he created Brewmate. It's the fastest growing drinkware brand in the world. The mission of Brewmate is to create the perfect drinking experience by ensuring every sip of your favorite adult beverage is just as refreshing as the first, no matter where life takes you. Their diverse product line ensures a perfect match for everyone, from insulated coolers for slim and craft cans, unbreakable nosing glasses, and insulated canteens that keep a full bottle of wine at the perfect temperature. So that's what you're holding, AJ. We love this brand. We actually ordered for ourselves, and then we're going to give you one. But we did the wine salator and 2 uncorked extra large wine glasses with the lid. Now, ours we got in the it's called the wine the
marble.
It's marble, but it was called Carrera. So that's the color, but it's essentially white marble is what it looks like. So we love these. That means like when you're going to festivals this spring, if you want to plan a picnic with the person that you love, you can bring it. Fashion combined with function, no more boring drinkware. Unlike other brands that only cater to the outdoorsman or outdoor fanatic, Brewmate has a stylish solution for everyone. No more half-drunk beers, diluted cocktails, or wasted bottles of wine. Guaranteed to keep your favorite drinks at the perfect temperature, whether you're having an all-day picnic with your favorite bottle of wine or sipping beer. And by the way, this is a whiskey flask, which you loved, AJ. And it's like perfect, like unicorn rain or mermaid color.
So hard to see it go. You guys, if you don't enter this giveaway, you're killing me.
Someone's winning all this.
It's so cute.
Right now, Brewmate is giving our listeners a special discount of 15% off your first order when you go to brewmate.com and you use code FRASE. That's 15% when you use our code FRASE at brewmate.com. Best way to support this show, of course, is to buy from all of our clients who we absolutely love. Don't let summer heat ruin your drink. Go to brewmate.com and beat the heat this summer. Get 15% off your first order by using code FRASE at brewmate.com. That's BRUMATE.com, and it's code FRASE. We're in love with that. We also have to welcome on a new sponsor that we're going to be working with, and we're really excited about this because I think one of the things that we're noted for on this podcast is we love supporting other women. I'm a female business owner. AJ's an aspiring female comedian. Not even inspiring. Female comedian, okay? We're all about bad boss bitches, okay? Like, it's such a, I love what's happening with women. They're taking power, they're taking control, we're owning it. So we've teamed up with March of Dimes, which is a terrific organization who help mother and children, okay? No matter where they are. So if you're a mother, you're a single mother trying to make it, even if you are in a relationship, but it's not always working out and you're supporting yourself, March of Dimes is where you want to go. So all this month and into the 1st of May, marchofdimes.org has teamed up with the Hey Frase podcast for some great events that are happening. March of Dimes leads the fight for the health of all moms and babies. We believe that every baby deserves the best possible start. Not all babies get one, but March of Dimes is changing that. And they're changing that by advocating for health issues, as well as financially helping mothers. March of Dimes fight for health for all moms and babies. You can join March of Babies in D.C. on Saturday, May 4th. March with us because every baby deserves the best possible start. You can sign up today at marchforbabies.org/event/Greater DC. You're going to be seeing a lot more of that on the heyfrase.com website and more of that on the podcast. So, AJ, on the mic, how did you have this revelation that, by the way, that you did not need to you didn't need to lock all your car doors and get out of your vehicle just to pump gas?
Okay. So I was talking to Schmiggy, you're going to laugh, and his friends were visiting this weekend. And we went out to brunch, and during brunch, we started talking about this thread that they have. They send each other funny things that their girlfriends say. And I was like, oh, have I ever made an appearance? And he was like, yeah, you did a couple times. And I was like, oh, really surprised. I was like,
for what? Yeah, I'm perfect.
Yeah, no. But I was like, literally, for what? Because it's like really funny things. You know the Jessica Simpson when she had a show with her first husband?
Oh my God,
she was
Nick
like,
Lachey.
Chicken of the Sea. You know, stupid stuff like that, which obviously like was fake, but like hilarious. So he's like, yeah, remember that one time that you texted me in your car when you were pumping gas and you're like, hey, oh, I wasn't in my car. I was outside my car freezing. And I was like, God, I wish we could go inside our car when we're pumping gas. He's like, you can, you idiot. Like, why are you standing outside your door? Forever, I've had this myth in my head. I don't know, like my dad never taught me or something, but like I would pump gas straight up in dead of winter, stand outside my car. I would lock my car doors and I'd be like, I can't turn this car on. I can't open my car door. I think it would explode. I was like, I can't text. Like I went to like the inside of the store and I would like text Schmig. So I'd be like, hey, it's freezing out here. Hate getting gas. He's like, you can go inside your car. I'm like, no, it'll explode. So then it got me thinking. So he texted his friends like, yo, AJ doesn't think you can go inside your car when you're pumping gas. And then I got to thinking like, oh my God, there's so many myths that I still believe to this day. And I just never have thought to ask.
You are funny.
Oh, thanks. An idiot or am I funny?
I have many, but when I was a kid, like I was telling you, when I was a child, my mom would say to us, if you curse, that a dragonfly will sew your mouth shut.
Oh, yeah.
So I was deadly afraid of dragonflies, which is terrible because they're like good for the earth. But if I saw them,
they're a little scary.
Because they're
They're
actually like
huge
massive
wings.
dinosaurs. Yeah, they're really terrifying.
Fucking archaic dinosaurs. No, that's so funny.
Also, I did too. Like when I first started my period, my mom told me like she never used tampons. So she
Neither did
only,
my mom. She's like, they're gonna absorb all your organs. I'm like, what?
I know. So I, for a while, started putting my tampon in with the cardboard applicator in it, which was really uncomfortable. And I did not know that you were supposed to take off. And I was like, I said to my girlfriend, Monique, I was like, God, these tampons are really uncomfortable. The ones with the cardboard applicator, they're like really hard. And she's like, you didn't put the applicator in, did you? I was like, yeah. She's like, no. What the fuck are you doing? You take it out of I was like, oh, the cardboard doesn't come with it?
You had a straight up little present in your vagina. Like, that is a box. That's like a circular...
It's a circus up there. I mean, there's been so much shit. Toothpicks, cotton candy, double things, cock rings. I mean, I had to pull a lot of stuff out.
Oh, Lord. Well, those are the things that you hear from your parents and you just like never think to ask. You're like, this is how my life is going to go and I'm going to live like this. And there was another one, you can't swallow gum because it's going to just like take 7 years for you to digest. I was looking this up.
Is that true though? I feel like that one is true. Do people know this on our YouTube live stream?
Do you guys know? I looked this up because it was another myth that my parents always told me.
Okay, I need to find out. By the way, Big Daddy Shane is giving us the gross face. He's giving us the green, disgusting face.
I'm sure.
Welcome to the show. Glad you're checking it out today.
Glad you're here. So I looked it up, and it doesn't actually take 7 years to dissolve in your stomach.
Really?
It just goes right out your poop.
Oh, thank you. Which makes sense because, like, I mean, people swallow like pennies and stuff, and you poop that out. So it would be the same thing with gum.
Another thing that we never believed. When you touch a baby bird, you know, when people tell you can't put a baby bird back in its nest because it has the human scent and the mom won't want it anymore.
Yeah.
False.
Really?
False.
Look at you with the knowledge.
Dropping knowledge all the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, when you show prep, this show is good.
Sarah basically is telling me that, bitch, you don't show prep, not a damn thing.
You do too. I'm just giving you a hard time. You do a lot.
No.
I'm so grateful for you. I'm going to text you like Dan texts me because I love you so much. I'm so grateful for you.
Oh, another bone to pick with Sarah. We're changing gears here because I have one thing to say. Sarah's always complaining. Schman doesn't love me. The only time I get emotions is when we go to therapy. And then today you're like, ugh, he texted me yesterday and was like, you mean so much to me. I love you so much. And I'm like, bitch, what was that text? I'm like, you know what? He texts you that at least once a day. You know what I get? I get texts, a picture of Iggy's ingrown toenail. He's like, look at this thing. I'm like, yikes, we should get that checked out.
Ew, oh my God, let's see it. I want to see it. Does it look really bad?
No, I'm just. You really want to see this? You don't want to see this thing?
Yes, I do. No. Dan's very excited. Dan is a super romantic person. And like, he's not, but he is. Like, he gets very, like, the more the marriage is approaching.
Yes.
He's like very.
Well, man, it's only taken 6.5 years.
It's only we've only been together 10 years. He says, I just called to say I love you and how grateful I am to have you in my life. That was yesterday.
You know how badly I want that texted to me?
Oh, you know what?
And your ass is over here like, I never get any type of love.
Not true. Schmigs, by the way, when you sent him the Jeff Bezos text, he wrote back, Andrea, do you know how badly I want to wake up one morning with you without you being hungover? Do you know
Sarah,
how badly
that's a cry
I tried
for help? That literally is like, bitch, stop being an alcoholic. I did the Jeff Bezos challenge with Schmigs, and he literally just responded with like a desperate cry for like, stop being drunk in the morning.
Yeah, and then it went on. He goes, do you know how much? He goes, do you know how often I just wish that you would wake up early? Like, it was so bad. It was so good. It was how much he loves you. No, we're lucky to have good men. We really are.
We are, but it's also really important to remind those people how much you love them. Like, I would love to get a cute little text.
I do. I really try to do that.
Just throughout the day, you're like, oh, he's thinking about me. You know, it's really sweet.
And I try to force myself to give him a back scratch, even when I don't want to.
Wow.
He's like a fucking cat. I'm like, get over here.
What about a foot rub?
He's not into feet. I've tried to suck his toes.
True,
I've tried to lick in between them. He doesn't want any of that.
Now, a foot rub is a bit different than sucking toes, Sarah. I mean, like, can you ask him if he wants to rub your toes, not if you could physically abuse his toes?
Yes, Juicy, yes. You're doing another alter character. Juicy.
No, but for the record, toe sucking is different than foot rubs.
Okay, well,
what about a
always
back rub with some
evolves for me.
oils? I know it always evolves from like, oh, we're being clean, up, sucking toes.
I know I have a sick sense of humor. I really do. I'm trying to get like more appropriate because people don't always share my humor.
You don't, but it's
like people were outraged. Did you see that picture I put up on my Instagram and it looked like a guy's butt next to a kid's head?
Oh, I did a double take on that.
Yeah, people were really mad. They were like, that's disgusting. I'm unfollowing you. I'm like, oh, I thought this was really funny. Like, people were mad.
But then you look closer, guys, and it's just his inner neck.
Yeah, it's a loving father like kissing his kid, not rubbing his butt up on the child.
That picture is so old.
Is it really?
That picture is so old.
Well, somebody just brought it back with a meme.
Yeah, I never seen it.
That picture is like 2 years old.
Okay, well, welcome, creepy. You're obviously on the dark web. You're like
the interwebs, the dark web.
You'd see that guy rubbing his ass on the kid like a long time ago. How old is it?
I don't know how old it is, but I know it's old. Like I've seen that like multiple times, and when I saw it on your page, I was like, Sarah, this is going downhill for you badly and quickly.
Text. Thanks for letting me know. Well, you weren't alone. That was Ethan, by the way. Ethan is our awesome new intern and digital content. Luis is the digital content creator. What is?
I do everything. So
everything. Jack of all trades.
I try to be.
Okay, well, anytime you see that on my Instagram feed, you're welcome to hit me up because people were very upset about that.
I mean, I want you to be yourself, Sarah. I don't want to have to.
Yeah, well, I'm a fucking weirdo, so sometimes I need guidance.
I mean, they follow you. They know that.
That is true. It's like, welcome to the show. Didn't you know what you signed up for?
Well, and then I put on my Instagram the kid just drinking milk from the cow's udder, and you were like, that's disgusting.
All right, that kid was, I mean, he had his little tiny grimy little baby hands, and he was sucking the teat and searching for other milk. He was multitasking. I was like, this kid knows too much. He's going to get very disappointed later in life when he sees real tits and he's like, what are these?
Yeah.
Like the nipple's going to be so disappointing.
And that milk doesn't come out of all tits.
Milk doesn't come out of all tits.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just setting him up for disaster later in life.
I agree. All right, we got to hit a bunch of stories.
Oh, wait. Are you going to talk about, though, Schmano finding the ring and, like, what you guys are going to do and, like, how is he going to propose? Like, you want a simple wedding?
Oh, so thank you. Yes. So I am looking for a plane.
I have to bring this up because you are hilarious. You, like, from the beginning that we talked about weddings, you're like, I want a simple one.
Girl, I'm going simple. Okay, now I need an airplane. All right. So here's why.
Are you talking like Delta or are you talking private jet?
I'm talking private jet, vintage plane. Remember when they used to stand out on the wings and they do all the somersaults and shit? Yeah. Okay, I need a plane and we're not going to fly it. But here's the deal. We met on an airplane. So
that's right.
We met sitting next to each other, Southwest Airlines. It was my last Hot 99.5 gig. We'd gone down to Tampa, down to Gasparilla. I was flying back. I get on the plane, tons of delays. I was already wasted with everybody from the Kane show.
I love it.
I sit down next to this guy, and he's got like a little jacket on. He's a super nerd. He had like all these round glasses. Thank God we ditched those.
Oh, yeah, good.
He needed a real war. Like week 3, I was like, you can't go out like this. I got to redo you. So anyway, but he had his little nerdy weather app out, and I was like, oh, this guy's kind of cute. I'd had several cocktails.
Oh, I know. It doesn't even take you a cocktail to flirt.
This was back in my drinking days, too. Like,
did you touch his schlong right there on
I grabbed his arm.
What? Not the same. Okay.
So anyway, we get talking. We get off the plane because the crew basically said, okay, sorry, by the way, you guys all got on, but our time is up. They got to find a whole new crew because we're at our limit. So we all get off. And Mel, who I used to co-host with, she was like, this guy's really cute. You should ask him to the bar with us. So we go to the bar. We start drinking with him. We all get back on the plane, fly back to D.C., and we're getting off. And I have one crumpled up like business card, because I've already resigned. So I'm like, I'm out of here in a month. Like my one last one, right?
Yeah.
I hand it to Dan, and then he sends me an email, puts his phone number at the bottom.
Oh, TBT to emailing, hitting up, right? No longer text. It's like...
Well, then he put his phone number at the bottom. I texted him. He texted back. Then he called. We went to dinner. And, we've had a few hiccups, but here we are 6 years later.
I mean, to be honest, you guys probably started the Southwest Airlines movement of shooting your shot on an airplane.
You're right.
We really did.
They started using napkins to let people shoot their shot.
Wait, wasn't that Delta, though?
I thought it was Southwest.
I don't know. We'll have to Google. But you know what? Regardless, you're right. Airplanes down do that, right? So I want for our engagement photo, the engagement photos are going to be so over the top. Because, we've hired Joff as our photographer, who's
incredible photographer,
an amazing photographer. So he's like, I see glam. He's like, let's get a plane. You coming out of the plane. And Dan, no socks, tight pants, jacket. I'm like,
no socks.
That's what I was thinking.
Wait, what kind of shoes is he going to wear?
Loafers. Hot.
Oh, okay.
Crocodile loafers.
I'm back.
We're going to keep the tags on so we can return them after the shoot.
Return those bitches.
So if anyone has a plane in Maryland or in Virginia, Sarah@heyfrase.com. We just want to film it. It doesn't need to go anywhere. It doesn't need a pilot.
Okay, this should be sponsored. You should want Sarah's ass sitting in your PJ.
Okay, can we get Christina in here? Christina, our intern, by the way, this is her last day, so she needs to come in. We need to thank her. If you guys have seen all the awesome graphics that we have on Hey Frase, that AJ shares on her stories on AJ on the Mic that I share, there's a woman named Christina who is the woman behind them. She's made them. She's been with us for months.
Yes.
She is now taking a full-time job with a salon in Maryland, but she seems to know someone with a plane. Yeah, right on this microphone so everybody can hear you.
I think I know someone from high school, and the family has a plane.
Wait, get out.
There's
in Maryland?
some rich people. They have a huge house. I think they have a plane. They go on like really big family trips, and they posted pictures like inside of it on Facebook and stuff. I don't like.
Okay,
not
girl.
like friends with her.
Let's hit her back up. We'll be like, hey, look, this isn't an MLS. We're not trying to like sell you some lipstick. We're trying to get your plane. Like,
yeah.
Real deal stuff. Real deal
Real
stuff.
deal. Real deal. We need one for a photo shoot. Let's hit them up. What do they have, like an 8-seater jet or something?
I don't know. It's a pretty big family. I think there's like 5 kids in the family.
Well, they need their own plane. That's like a shitload. Plus, by the way, people want to know where you're going.
Oh, I am going to be working at a corporate office for AT&T in Columbia, Maryland.
Okay, why did I say hair salon? Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's where I work right now, but I'm moving on to bigger and better things.
We're so excited. And thank you so much for everything you've done
You're
for us.
welcome.
AJ and I are so grateful. You really have. You've like transformed the Hey Frase look.
What are we gonna
You're
do without
welcome.
her?
I know.
I'll still help.
She's still going to do some
I'll help
graphics
from
for us.
afar.
You're so good. So thank you.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye. Love you. Okay. So anyway, there's my story. I know. And people are actually tweeting me on Twitter. Sarah, I want a simple. Yeah. Perfect. And people are saying, Sarah, I want a simple wedding. Also, Sarah, can I use your plane? So anyway, screw all of you.
I have no bridesmaids, but I will be needing a private jet to take my engagement photos. Thank you. I mean, we're all over the place here, but I love the idea that you're giving me. And you're not a simplistic person. I mean, you like to say that I'm a hoarder, and you just like are so simple, and you live clean.
No,
and,
I'm extra. I'm extra. And you know, I'm going to own my extra this year. I'm over the top. Wait till you see this engagement ring. I don't want to say anymore because I want people to be shocked.
Oh, yeah.
It's so fucking extra, and I don't give a damn.
I don't give a damn. It's worth $5, but we love it.
You know what? I don't give a damn. I mean, it is.
No, it's a gorgeous ring, and it doesn't. It's what is it with diamonds? Like, they still are worth something.
I don't know. Are they?
But they depreciate in value very fast. That's what I think it is.
I got to get to that myth, the bottom of that story.
That's the myth we need.
Yeah.
Mythbusters. That's why I like that show so much.
We do need a Mythbuster on that. Let's talk Jussie Smollett, because I want to know all your thoughts. You and I have been reading every single thing. And I want to know what you guys think, by the way, on YouTube. You can always hit us on DMs as well. It's at Hey Frase on Instagram, Twitter, at Hey Frase Podcast on Facebook. So leave us a message and tell us what you think. Yesterday in Chicago, it was breaking news. All charges were dropped against the Empire actor for the alleged fake attack, and the entire case sealed. So there's a lot of mixed feelings about this. But AJ, what's your thought? Were you like ever really into this story to begin with?
I was into it. The whole racial thing was really hard. I thought it was all over the place when he said that he had thought that 2 MAGA hat men had attacked him. Then it turned out that the 2 trainers were African-American, and they came out. And then so there was so many things going on and so many different threads to the story. And that's what really confused me. So I was like, oh, Lord, like I can't even go down the rabbit hole of reading about this because there were so many things to it. You know what I mean? It wasn't just a simple case. He was attacked. It was a racial thing. He paid them to do it.
Well, and supposedly they attacked him because he was gay.
So it was gay, right?
The MAGA hat wearing. So all charges are dropped. And the mayor of Chicago, Rahm Emanuel, was on Good Morning America this morning saying that essentially the prosecutors in this case are trying to make the police department look like an absolute joke. He went on to keep talking that this is a whitewash because of Jussie Smollett fame. He says that they completed a thorough investigation, and they say they even have Smollett admitting that it was fake. Despite all that, after Smollett completed 16 hours of community service between Saturday and Monday.
By the way, 16 hours, and he was, stuffing envelopes?
I read that, and then I also read that for Chicago City, that he just evaluated video and gave them ideas on how to. I swear to God, this is what I read.
This is what angers me, is that the punishment is not, like, there was no punishment involved. Like,
And he gave up $10,000 and that was it.
And they said that it took $100,000 just for the police department to investigate. So he should be paying that back because their time was lost, their efforts were lost.
Prosecutors and police were confident in their case and laid out their evidence publicly last month. A grand jury also returned a 16-count indictment, which was based on a sliver of the evidence. The state attorney, Kim Foxx, is facing calls for an attorney general investigation into how she handled the investigation. In the days after the attack, she tried to wrestle the case from Chicago PD and have the FBI take over. Smollett's family was even caught exchanging texts with her where she said it would be, quote, a huge victory if the FBI took over the probe. She also went on to say that she was doing her best that she could to make adjustments in the case, and this is all over text. So I don't know. I mean, a lot of people I've seen comments basically saying that this is just another example of when you have any sort of celebrity, any sort of like fame and money, that you can make things happen in the judicial system that famous people can't. And I mean, I understand too the distrust in the police department as well. I mean, there's lots of shady shit that happens in police departments all across the country. You can't deny that. But at the same time, I mean, they wouldn't address the fact that Jussie Smollett and the two Nigerian brothers were caught on camera all together in the same area of his apartment. Right. Now they're saying, Jussie Smollett's team is saying, well, look, yeah, they were all just walking together. They still have no video of the attack. So that still makes no sense. So at this point, they're not even pursuing anyone else that could have done this. I mean, because the reality is nobody else did do this. I mean, he had something
even admitted
to do with it.
Right.
And Fox is standing by him on Empire. He's going to be back. So I wonder if they're re-editing Empire.
They're probably re-editing, and guess what? Do you think he's being paid more? Which is the reason why we think like the whole
Wouldn't
thing
that
was even
be bananas if he ends up getting a raise after all
be
this.
Like, deuces, like that's exactly what I wanted to happen.
Wow. A lot of people are weighing in on this on our YouTube. Melanie says, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Frankly, my dear.
Big Daddy Shane says he's guilty. Supposedly, he wanted the public to see the evidence against him to prove his innocence, but then he had it locked up from the public. He was never exonerated of the 16 federal counts against him. I guess he wasn't really exonerated. Yeah, you're right. It was just all dropped. And then Susie says someone got paid big time for him to get away with all this bullshit.
Big time.
SMH. Shake my head. I don't know. Well, I wanted you and Ethan to weigh in on this because I ended up writing, now that Jussie Smollett isn't going to jail, I've thought of 3 jobs for him that I think that he could do. So I want you guys to tell me if you think that these are appropriate things that Jussie Smollett can do now that he's not going to jail. So I feel that Jussie Smollett, what he should do now is that he and Aunt Becky could pitch a new show, and it's called Scam Tank. And essentially you pitch your scam and then they'll tell you if they'll help you pull it off. What do you guys think?
Not the Shark Tank, but Scam Tank.
Scam Tank.
That is genius. You
Sounds
should
like
copyright
something
that
he could
right
do.
now. Yes.
Sounds like something he could do.
He and Aunt Becky, how great a team would they be?
Will they scam?
Felicity Huffman can make guest appearances.
Definitely.
We
She'll
got to
be an
figure out which
investor.
police organization are they going to go after this time.
That's a good one, right? How about this? Number 2 on my list is Jussie Smollett could release a fitness video with the 2 hot Nigerian brothers that allegedly attacked him. And it's called the Beat Muscle Workout. You pay them $3,000 and they'll make sure that your body feels beat the fuck up. What do you think?
Beat the fuck up.
You got
beat me in the shape of abs. Just have like different bruises like for each ab.
And then what do you think? Lastly, how about Jessie Delivers? It's a new get out of work sick letters where Jessie for $29.99 cuts out letters from a magazine, sends them to your work. So it looks like you're getting, you're like being stalked.
Being stalked and they have to let you go.
Yeah.
Genius.
Someone's stalking the shit out of you. What do you think?
That's probably your best one. That's probably the best one.
Wow, Jussie and all his different, so many options
Jessie
now.
Delivers. There you go. There's
Jessie
3
Deliveries.
things that he can do now that he's not
Postmates.
going to jail.
Jessie
Jessie
mates.
Postmates. You can keep weighing in, by the way, on our YouTube page.
That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
I was going to use that for my stand-up set. What do you think?
You'd get a lot of laughs.
I do enjoy that one.
The delivery needs
If
some
you
work. but what
don't,
do you think?
please let me come and I will make sure people laugh.
Because Ethan will actually go up for you and just sit your ass down and he'll take your joke. And he'll perform it.
Actually, he'll probably go out tonight and report. He'll probably do
You're
the
right.
whole routine on his own. Hey, you guys, it's Ethan. I'm a major comic. I'm super famous, you guys. I'm good at everything I do. I've got tons of swag. I'm 19. I've gotten laid a million times. So tonight my set is about Jussie Smollett.
That's basically how it
That
feels.
bio, that
when-
was that was a lot.
When you talk, that's basically what I hear coming out of your mouth.
Oh, God.
I thought you more than Charlie Brown.
There's now an engineer in Australia who is appealing a case where he was trying to sue his ex-supervisor that repeatedly broke wind in front of him. And he's appealed to a court that now ruled it as not bullying. Do you guys think if somebody farts, like at work repeatedly? So this guy, David Hingst, said his former colleague, Greg Short, would lift his bum and fart on him up to 6 times a day.
On purpose?
5 too many times. 5 too many times. One
6
flatulence
too
is
many
enough.
times. 6 too many
too many
times.
times.
6 too many times.
Oh my God. Mr. Hinks, who was a contract administrator based in Melbourne, sued the construction company. I would be sitting with my face to the wall and he would come into the room, which was small and had no windows. He would fart behind me and walk away. He would do it up to 6 times.
Why is he in a windowless like cube with his face to the wall?
God.
And they're in Australia? Okay, this is how this skit would go down.
Okay, go for it. Go for it. Give us one.
Every day he comes in and he just lays a fat one on my face, and then it stinks, and I feel like I'm being really, taken advantage of, and flatulence is a problem. It stinks. He's making a fool of myself. Okay, this is why I never fart in front of you, Sarah. One, it's an atomic
I've
bomb.
smelled it. Yes. I feel like you leaked gas the other day when we were downstairs bending over and I knew you farted. I was like, the fuck? And you were eating
would've
like
said-
meatballs
I would-
and like it's like rice. I was like, why is she just eat meatballs bent down? And I knew you had like leaky gas.
There is no way. I would have admitted. If it smells and somebody's like, it stinks in here, I'd be like, it's me.
By the
I always
way,
own up.
Greg Short says that he was very offended himself because the office began to refer to him as Mr. Stinky and would
Oh,
spray
no.
deodorant at him.
Okay, that's really sad.
Okay, we all have somebody.
At least they had spray on deodorant. They didn't just come up and be like, hey, you need this.
Poor guy.
He's appealing, by the way.
He's appealing.
He's appealing. He lost his case.
Hey, they call me Mr. Stinky. I mean, that's rough. I feel like they are. That's bullying.
I agree. Like if someone's coming to you and farting at you 6 times a day.
I think they're bullying him.
Oh, you think Mr. Stinky and spraying deodorant at him?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. You don't think that this guy definitely
I feel
was
bad
farting multiple times at them?
I'm sure, but he should. You know what he should do is just go outside, do his business there, come back in, or take some Beano.
What if he just smells? Like that's
Then,
deodorant.
Then instead of spraying deodorant somebody, that is so insulting, go up to them and say, hey, you stink. I should take my own advice, honestly, because we have some similar situations at work. And I never tell anybody. I go throughout the day.
They
just,
fart though, but no.
No. Stink a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
You've
I
been in a
give.
situation with somebody
Sure.
stinky. Like, what's the right thing to do? Go and tell them?
I'm going to start telling them. I picked up gum the other day because I attract people with bad breath.
Yikes.
So I'm going to now offer it to them. And I don't give a fuck what they say because I'm over it. I've sat on Metro with people. Their breath reeks, okay? The other day, someone showed up to our Bloomingdale's event. The guy hadn't brushed his teeth in 18 days and he wanted to drink from my water bottle.
What?
I'm like, I can't take it.
I mean, I've given both of you guys Listerine sticks before.
Thank you. Okay,
so-
you can tell me anytime I've bad breath.
Yes.
I mean, you
So
guys don't
gross.
have bad breath.
But what you
that's
do in a
just-
nice way, you have mints on you, you just pop a mint yourself and just say, hey, do you want one?
Exactly.
They'll never know. They think that you're the one with stinky breath.
So gross.
I mean, you always yell at me and like, so do I have bad breath?
No. That's not what I would do.
Wow.
I
Personal
literally
experience.
I
Experience.
just steal your breath mints. That's all. I just
Yeah.
steal food. I'm a mooch.
But anyway, I
Bleach.
feel like, I'm going to start walking in the room here and be like, so anybody for a shower today? Like, what are we thinking? Do you guys want to shower together? Should we shower separately? Like, I'll just like make it
funny. Show your pit stains so they know that
Yeah.
you also see.
See, I'm not shaming you. I have stains as well.
Exactly.
Let's just wash them.
Exactly. Let's wash them together.
Do you believe this, AJ? So this just came out this morning. An MMA fighter announced 14 staples were found in his Chipotle burrito. Jimmy Smith, I have no idea. He's an MMA announcer. Bit into a burrito in Delray Beach, Florida, took one bite, and it was something hard in there. And he pulled out of 14 staples, like, a staple chunk. Like, it's like, when you're loading
yes,
staples
yes.
and it's like a chunk.
Yes.
Okay, so boom, he puts that in.
And he finds it into the burrito. So
And
not
he
only
finds
is
it,
the
he
guac
like,
extra, the staples are too. It's just going to be a condiment now. It's Chipotle. Like, staples?
He says he freaked the fuck out on the manager because he realized how dangerous swallowing a staple could have been. So Smith also says he's lucky he didn't ingest the office supplies because he eats like a wild animal, usually tearing through the food as fast as he can. Fortunately for Smith and Chipotle, Smith says it does not appear he injured his tooth or mouth or suffered any other injuries that the fully loaded burrito had. Smith says the situation was escalated to a Chipotle corporate office, and he has already been contacted by a rep looking to make things right. Smith says he's not looking for free food or money and does not plan on filing a lawsuit. He just wants the problem corrected so nobody else chows down on 14 staples.
But what are the chances that that man has been to jail, that he ate because he eats like that?
What do you mean?
Because you know, all the people that go to jail, if you don't eat, then somebody's going to take your food.
Oh, that's why he tried. I feel like it's just because he's an MMA person.
He's just like rough and tumble.
Yes. I mean,
Don't you eat your burritos like rah, rah, rah?
No.
I do.
Yeah, I know. I've been eating really fast lately too. Like, yeah, shoveling it in.
You eat a burrito with a fork and...
No, I always get a burrito bowl, so I'm good.
There you go.
Ugh.
There you go.
But I haven't been to Chipotle in so long.
Me neither. I was telling you that. I haven't
That
been
was
in like
better.
years.
That was better.
In years? Okay.
Years.
Not as long.
I also wanted to talk to you about this story about the mom who collected child support 50 years later. I love this. Single mom wins child support after 50 years. This story was making the rounds, but here, this is what's like really sweet about this. So a California woman was finally awarded child support 50 years after her ex-husband moved to Canada without making any court-ordered payments. Tori Anderson is 74 years old. She raised her 3-year-old daughter on her own after her husband, Donald Leinhart, moved in the 70s. Now he moved back to the United States. She says that he made his first payment years ago, $160, and she was so excited. But when she deposited it, it bounced, and she had to pay the fee. So years later, now she ended up tracking him down, realizing in the state of California that your child support payments never expire. Like you can always go back after someone for child support.
And they pay back in full all the amounts over the years.
Yeah, so
Amazing.
she says that she tracked him down through an attorney, and Anderson said that he was actually, not Anderson, but the ex-husband, Leinhart, said that he was thrilled that she got in contact with him. Leinhart said in a statement to GMA through his attorney, "I was glad to pay Miss Anderson the child support that was owed, and I wish her only the best in the future. We had an informal agreement that I was operating off of after our divorce, but when Miss Anderson filed her motion in 2018 to collect the $35,000 in principal plus interest, I hired a private investigator to locate her so I could offer her the full payment. I'm pleased we are able to reach an agreement." So it's amazing that he actually complied years later.
Right. This is a rare case where the ex-husband is actually in agreement with paying back child support 50 years later.
50
years.
years.
This is the child. The child is
Oh, now
50
she's
years.
like, yeah, so
She's like, thanks, I'll
she's
take this
like
35K.
50 years old herself. Yeah. Yeah, can you believe all those years later? Because
All those
Anderson's 74 years old.
And the only child payment from 0 years to 18 years old was $35K. That's child support?
No, she was awarded $100 and something thousand.
Okay,
Hold on.
okay.
Yeah.
There's the number.
I'm like, $35K? That sounds a bit low.
It was initially $35,000, which she was looking for, but he ended up paying back the full chunk, which would have been from like,
Best case scenario, this is a good ending.
I know. And actually he was like happy about it, which is crazy.
Maybe they reconnected?
You had sent me a clip about, is it Q? What's Q?
Q is a new non-binary voice activated. It's like Siri or Alexa, but it's not supposed to have a gender.
I love this. Where can I get this? So wait, is Q going to be on like Alexa, like an option?
I'm going to pull it up, but I actually think they're still like making it into the works, but it's supposed to be, but it's not going to replace Alexa or Siri.
So
like,
this
you're
is
still
like a
gonna have that
demo.
right.
Okay,
And they're saying
gotcha.
we're trying to like put this in because people are getting a little bit upset. It's like, well, Siri, both of them are technically females, Alexa and Siri. They've always had a female voice. So they're trying to like implement this with like a non-binary, neither male
I'm
nor female.
obsessed. Okay, I like non-binary. Okay.
Give us some show topics because I'm going to pull it up and I haven't.
Okay, you pull that up. I also love gym intimidation, which I feel like I suffered from for years. So gym intimidation is people who are afraid to go to the gym or work out in front of others. Not just the gym, but they're also afraid of even walking out on the street because of other people judging them. The survey, which was done this month, found that exercising is a daunting experience for adults who aren't gym rats. Not only is it, even if you're not like overweight, they're saying that people, get intimidated to go to the gym because other people are so jacked. Do you
Yes.
ever have that problem?
For sure. I don't wear short sleeve shirts because I feel like everybody else who's like super jacked with their arms, I'm like, I'm not ready to show this off yet. I mean, I still go to the gym and I work out, but if somebody like who's super jacked is at an equipment piece, I'll peace out. I'm like, I'll hit the treadmill.
That's great. You know, the apartment building I live in, no one's in that great of shape, so it's like so easy to go.
Love that.
Yeah, I know. When I go, I'm like, no one's like that. Like, no one's looking that good here.
So like, I feel like we're all in this together. There's
Yeah.
some gyms that are really trying to get on top of that. They're like, nobody looks fantastic. Like, we're all a family here. And then some gyms serve pizza, and they're like, come on in, have a slice on us.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
Like, are we here to lose weight or?
See, I don't have gym intimidation. I just get anxiety about the workouts when you go to like some of these cycling classes and people are so, it's not even that they're like super hot or anything. It's just that they're so competitive next to you on their bike. So it's more like competition for me. Like I can't do that.
Well, I went to a cycling class where they had the lists of the number ones on the top, and they would shout it out. They're like, seat 35, you're killing it. You're number one. Seat 8, you suck. You've been last for the whole time. Yes. And I was actually like, maybe I was 10 on the 1 to 25. So I was like, this is my first class in like 2 years. Like, I'm feeling good. But they would call you out, and it was some larger, like a person that had like, they're working out, but you know, they weren't the most fit in the room, and they called them out. I was like, this is not okay. And that's what causes gym intimidation.
Well, the last one I went to, they just gave you motivational talks like the whole time. So they'd be like, all right, now turn your nozzle, turn it left. You can only cheat yourself. And then of course it's like blaring music in the background. You're like, oh.
I do like the blaring music,
cool
though.
down.
Some people need that though. Some people need that motivation.
Yeah,
not
I like the
feeling
rev up like beat music.
So do you have Q lined up? I want to hear Q.
I got Q.
Okay. I want to hear this non-binary voice.
The world's first genderless voice assistant. Think of me like Siri or Alexa, but neither male nor female. I'm created for a future where we are no longer defined by gender, but rather how we define ourselves. My voice was recorded by people who neither identify as male nor female, and then altered to sound gender neutral, putting my voice between 145 and 175 hertz, a range defined by audio researchers. But for me to become a third option for voice assistants, I need your help. Share my voice with Apple, Amazon, Google, and Microsoft. And together we can ensure that technology recognizes us all.
Oh my God, I love it. Will you share it? How do we share it with Apple?
Well, it says that
still sounds feminine to me, though.
You do hear a little bit.
I do. Don't you? Don't you think?
I hear it, but I hear it goes up and down. Like the octaves go up and down, so you're like tricked by it. But I just read here that you won't hear Q on your phone or Home Assistant tomorrow, but developers hope that companies will pick up Q as a more inclusive voice option in the future.
Okay, I like it as an option. I'm not sure that I would. But it still sounds a little feminine. I love that, though. That's pretty cool.
Really? Yeah, so they mixed it. Remember when we did that Yanni and Laurel sounding thing?
Laurel.
But it was weird because Yanni was high pitched, but some people would hear Yanni or Laurel. I don't know.
Yanni, Laurel. Okay, maybe that
Paul
was
was like, I'm hearing Yanni. As straight as day, she's saying Yanni. And you're like, I'm hearing
Laurel. Paul. He, by the way, is texting me trying to figure out how to comment on the live stream. I love Paul so much. How do you make a comment on this YouTube thing? I don't see a place to comment.
There is.
We'll hit you back, Paul.
We'll hit you back.
We will. Everybody else here is commenting. Melanie, Big Daddy, Susie,
Host
Ivy.
show. What's Big Daddy saying?
I think Big Daddy was breaking down more of the Jussie Smollett stuff. Also, I wanted to bring the Chicago PD up on charges of false allegations if I was innocent. I just know if I was innocent, I would want to prove my innocence, and I would want those two brothers brought up on charges for false allegations. Oh, this is what Big Daddy is saying.
Yes.
About Jussie Smollett. Let's get into 4 things that are popping because there's so much good stuff happening in the celebrity world. Cardi B is responding to the backlash over video of her saying that she drugged and robbed men during her stripper days. So I'm a little confused about this story because it looked like it was back and forth yesterday where she said no, she didn't say it. Then she came forward and said, look, I've always been truthful about my past. I did what I had to do to survive. So wait, do you have an audio clip?
Yeah, so it's the live from 3 years ago where she explained her past. It was just somebody dug this live feed that she did, which you think gets deleted,
right?
But it's always saved. So
Okay.
there's a little clip of it.
Okay.
And you gotta put in that bread. I did it with my money. So for a bitch to say that I'm the
Okay.
Yikes. Okay. So Cardi found herself in hot water, as you can imagine, yesterday over the resurfaced video in which she claims to have drugged and robbed men. She says, quote, I had to go strip. I had to go. Oh, yeah. And then she goes on to basically talk about it. And she says, okay, I am off Twitter for a few days. Have fun. I never even put those things in my music because I'm not proud of it and feel a responsibility not to glorify it. I made the choices that I did at the time because I had very limited options, she wrote. I was blessed to have been able to rise from that, but so many women have not. Whether or not they were poor choices at the time, I did what I had to do to survive. The men I spoke about in my live were men that I dated, that I was involved with men that were conscious, willing, and aware. I have a past that I can't change. We all do. And she went on to make a longer statement than that. So what do you think, by the way? So it does seem like it was true. I guess it's just maybe the relationship she had with these guys. Some of them she knew, some of them maybe she dated. I don't know. That one's a tough one. Because I do think there is a double standard, right? Like if a guy ever came out, no matter who they were, and said that.
Used to drug women, right.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby.
They were comparing her to, you know,
they were basically comparing her to Bill Cosby.
Which I think is different because he actually went on to rape them without their consent. And I think for Cardi, she was just in it for the money. She was like, let me just go. She tricked them into, they obviously didn't give consent to drug them, but she never actually slept with them. I think she just used it to steal their money. And so to me, that is a little bit different. So yes, should there be repercussions for her drugging men? Yes.
I don't know. Do you think there's going to be any?
Also, why are you trying to steal money when you're a stripper and you making bank anyways? You're making more than I'm making. You know what I mean?
Cheap clients. Well, not everyone that goes to the strip club is making it rain. You know, people come in there and they want everything for $5, including myself.
We got a strip club across the street from this. These women are making bank.
Are they? We should go over and ask. Excuse me, how much do you make on a shift? Because this is a sleepy neighborhood. I don't think that they're all like vying to dance here. Maybe it's Stadium Club in DC.
Okay, yes.
But like Goodfellas and Clover Park, now it's like all moms and fucking strollers. I bet these chicks are like, here's a colada pin. Let me look at your wallet. I mean, they are like,
but you do know that they make better money. Like, you know, if you go into the private rooms, and Cardi has always been, she always talked about her past being one of like the best.
I wish, believe me, if I had like any decent body that didn't look like I'd given birth to like 8 kids, I would completely be on the poles.
There, you could get on the poles.
No, I couldn't.
It's
I have
all
like
about talent.
sagging tits and like I haven't had one child. I have zero moves. I did one stream about doing stand-up at a strip club. Like I would come out and open for the women.
I love that idea.
It's like, but strip clubs are like not really that like amazing.
They're like, get off the stage. We came here for tits, not laughs.
I know. Exactly. Yeah, that's what they're going to be down for.
They're just like throwing.
Yeah, but I did always have visions of like opening for the ladies.
But that's a really good, I feel like, well, the crowd
and I was
going to
call myself a stripper median. Like, hey
Stripper
guys,
median?
it's your stripper median for the night. Did you hear this one about Jussie Smollett? Like, and then like go into that. Like,
3 new business ventures Jussie Smollett should go into. That's you should open your. I feel like they would at least give you a little chuckle, but then they'd be like, "Show your tits,"
and then that's what I would do at the end. I'd like
The
give
end.
them a and
Give
then
them
I'd like
one tit.
Tonight on your main stage, Cardi B. She's not quite Cardi B, but she's Cardi B.
Why is she not quite Cardi B?
Well, you can't like rip off Cardi B's name. So this is like someone that kind of like dresses like her and looks like her, but it's Cardi V instead of Cardi B.
Bacardi V, yeah.
Bacardi V, there you go.
Bacardi V.
Speaking of drinking, this is really sad, but there's lots of reports that Wendy Williams was found drunk this week after it was revealed that
it's
her
a sober
husband
house.
Kevin. Yes, even while she was staying at the sober house, that she got wasted Sunday night into Monday. They found her like unconscious, drunk, passed out after she heard the news that her husband Kevin allegedly has had a baby girl with his mistress.
Now, does she shoot her show every day, or she has
Every day.
So
she was
like,
there
what is
on Tuesday, and she was totally fine.
So she took off Monday, though.
I believe so. I think she was out on Monday, and then she
I
was
would take
back Tuesday looking completely normal.
Tell
Supposedly,
you what? She
The grind
bounces
is the
back.
grind.
The grind is the grind. Gotta make that money.
I stand corrected. The talk show host was allegedly found drunk on Monday after Page Six reported that Sharina Husband, the alleged longtime love of her husband Kevin Hunter, had given birth. She was taken to the hospital where she was given IV fluids. However, she still showed up to the set to film her show on Tuesday. The star had left the sober home in Queens where she's been staying, sparking a hunt for her before she was found. But she's now back to the facility, we're told. It's widely believed that Hunter is the father of Hudson's baby. She's not in a good way. That's sad.
I would go on a bender. I wouldn't just be like drunk. I'd be like living my life. I would be. I'm off the deep end.
I'm so curious about their, as I say on the show, I love people's like dirt. I love, what's going on in people's lives. But I'd be curious to find out what their story is. Like
what actually,
if they just have an arrangement, if they don't have an arrangement, it's so fascinating to me.
Between the two,
this is juicy. Another woman is allegedly reporting that she's been having sex with Alex Rodriguez, even though Rodriguez is now engaged to Jennifer Lopez.
I believe this to be true.
The ex-playmate said that the ex-Yankees' racy text messages she has them, he was like being a dirty dog, she says. Just weeks before A-Rod was photographed on a beach at sunset, down on one knee with a 16-carat diamond ring. Oh, my God. Mine is not 16 carats, y'all.
This is J-Lo for crying out loud. How many men does she have to go to find the right one?
That's what I'm saying. Get somebody who's not even famous.
Apparently, he was begging her for naughty videos and a threesome with her and another woman. He was being a dirty dog and a horny bloke, Zoe Gregory says.
Horny bloke? He was asking for dirty videos of me. Alex Rodriguez, you dirty, dirty bloke. I believe it's Alex Rodriguez.
I think it's true, don't you?
It's true.
I do too. I do. I think A-Rod is a dog. I really do. I do.
It blows my mind that people still feel in Hollywood, they believe that true love exists. Like when you're such of that like big publicity, it's like get somebody that isn't used to the limelight.
Jose Canseco called A-Rod, quote, a piece of shit. Similar to Gregory, he expressed sympathy for Lopez, you may recall. Poor girl. On March 10th. But Jessica Canseco, Jose's ex, vehemently denies that her ex-husband's claims about Jessica and A-Rod are in fact true. She says that they're not true, but I don't know. A-Rod's been like that, though. Like
on day one.
He cheated on his first wife, which is the mother of his kids, with strippers. So
now I'm not going to say that it's true or not. Allegedly, I do think he's been cheating on J-Lo. But then the stripper, the ex-playmate, did say that between 6 weeks, she didn't hear from him. So between him hitting her up for dirty videos and then the ring.
Oh, so that's okay. Like he called it off.
He was like, all right, 6 weeks. I'm buckling down, boys.
I love your juicy voice. Hello. That's
somebody hit me up and they're like that voice is so funny. Tell Sarah she's also got a great Mrs. Doubtfire impression going. Hello.
Awesome. One scene. Hello. And then just like you put your face in a fucking cake.
Then just show up.
Conor McGregor reportedly, he made his announcement yesterday that he is retiring from MMA. Hey guys, quick announcement. This is how you know it's not true. Who the fuck just goes on and goes, hey guys, quick announcement. This is like your whole career, right?
This is your save the date for your wedding. Hey guys, by the way.
Quick announcement. Actually, I'll post that today.
Quick announcement, just tying the knot. What's up?
Hey guys, quick announcement. Tying the knot, preggers. I've decided to retire from the sport formerly known as mixed martial art today. I wish all of my colleagues well going forward in a competition. I now join my former partners on this venture already in retirement. Proper pina coladas on me, fellas.
Proper pina coladas on me, fellas. Can't really do Irish.
This comes just hours after now we find out McGregor has been investigated in Ireland for alleged sexual assault on a woman. The woman making the allegation said it occurred at the Beacon Hotel in Dublin, Ireland. There is little to suggest it would be an assault there at this hotel after they all went out to a bar. The Irish news media have reported on the case since news of the assault broke late last year, but without naming McGregor. Laws in Ireland restrict the news media from identifying individuals charged with rape unless they are convicted, which has not happened in this case. So a lot of people believe this comes after he supposedly has a love child with a random woman. He's still with the longtime girlfriend. I watched the documentary on his life, which was good.
Which was good, by the way. Do you recommend? 5 stars.
Yeah, he actually seemed rather sweet and normal when they were starting.
Yes.
Now I think he's just crazy.
Towards the end, or the more you hear about him.
I mean, the man she's been around for everything. Like
That's
when
what I'm
he
saying.
didn't have
Ride
nothing.
or die.
And you gonna play her?
Damn, yo.
What's wrong with you?
Well, they've been together too. You know what I mean? You start so young, though. Like, I get I think another arrangement. I think these women know that these other women throw themselves at them. So they're like, okay, fine. Just don't get her pregnant. But of course he does that. And you're like, you idiot.
You had
You
one
had one job.
One job.
You,
Damn.
we had an agreement.
Put a wrapper on it.
They never do.
Wrap it up.
They
They
never do.
never do.
That's why I've got my investigator jacket on today. Who's the father?
I'm sniffing out. You know what?
I'm sniffing it out.
We got a hard case on us today, folks. Sarah Fraser.
It's a hard one.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, this show has gotten to nuts.
All right, look, we have to thank our sponsor, Advantage Financial Credit Union. They're running an amazing special this month, a loan sale, which I've been partaking in, believe me, because the rates can go as low as 3.64. I'm loving this. Advantage Financial Credit Union is located in Washington, D.C. Now, here's the deal. So I have to make a slight correction because last week I said you got to live in D.C. Not true. All you have to do is live, worship, or work. Okay, so that covers basically all of us, right? We work here in D.C. AJ and I are members. So your dreams are just a dandy loan away. For me, it was a small business loan. Now through April 30th, you can take 50% off a 24-month personal loan. Rates are as low as 3.64, as I mentioned. You have to apply and visit advfcu.org/loan sale. You can borrow up to $30,000. Easy online application. And they're great partners of us. They're a credit union, and I say this every time because people were like me. They're like, what's the difference between a bank and a credit union? A bank is for profit. A credit union is not. That means everybody on the board at Advantage Financial Federal Credit Union doesn't get paid. That's why they can have really low interest rates. That's why they don't charge fees. That's why when you open an account on our podcast page, boom, you automatically get $50. They also help you with student loans. They have amazing student loan programs. Advantage Financial Federal Credit Union is where you need to go and take advantage of their loan sale all month long. I'm doing that. I also got approved for a line of credit, so that might be the option that you want to do as well. advfcu.org/loan sale will take you right there and apply. They have amazing rates. So if you live, work, or worship, they have a location in Northeast DC. It's right near Gallaudet University Metro stop. Definitely check them out. All right, you guys, I think that takes care of everything today. We love you. You can always hit us up with feedback. It's Sarah, SAREH at heyfrase.com. Follow at AJ on the mic. Follow at Hey Frase. We cannot wait to see you on Monday. You guys have a fabulous weekend. Bye, everybody. Hit us with a review on iTunes. 5 stars. 5 stars. You'll be getting roommate. Bye, everybody. Rock the cast pod. Rock the cast pod.
Hey, Fraser, like it. Hey, Fraser, like it. Rock.